What is the right amount of maternity or parental leave? I don't even think that most people have even considered this question, because that's just so mind-blowing to me as someone who works in the US. But is also why I was so fascinated by the question. I had 20 weeks off and felt incredibly privileged by this. But I still wasn't asking myself, was that the amount of leave I needed? Because it was simply the highest number that I could possibly get. There was no other option. And I think it's no surprise that 74% of moms agree they didn't get the time off they needed to recover before returning to work. So let's look at that magic number. So in this specific survey, the average amount of leave that moms took was 11 weeks. And we're not talking necessarily about paid leave. This was just 11 weeks of leave. So then at 13 weeks, moms often feel more bonded with their babies. They successfully accomplish their breastfeeding goals. And they feel the length of their leave positively impacted their physical well-being. After about 4 months, moms are less likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, or other mental health conditions, according to this survey. But it wasn't until 21 weeks that moms felt like they had enough time to adapt to their new role as parent. To some, that might mean, okay, now you're ready to go back to work. But as someone who very much probably felt around 5 months that I was starting to get used to this role, at the same time of juggling work, it was not easy. So when do moms actually want to return to work or feel actually prepared to return to work? That's after 31 weeks of leave. So even if you get 20 weeks of leave and you feel blessed to have even that amount of time, don't be hard on yourself when it's hard to go back to work, because it turns out you need at least 7 months before you're prepared. And even then, other countries give you longer than that. But I'm curious. I want to know, if you could have however much time off paid, at least partially, how much time do you think you would have needed before you wanted to return to work?